And good Monday. Welcome into the Chase and Big Joe show here on 102.5, 106.3 The Game. Big Joe with you. Chase McCabe on the way in just a second. He had to give a talk this morning, a little coffee talk to a great organization here in town. So Chase be with us shortly. Meanwhile, on the ones and twos, the great Dr. Crane. And then what's our handsome intern's name?
Paolo.
Love the name, man. Right there. I mean, the name right there knows you how handsome he is. Welcome in. It's going to be a fun week with you as we in the middle of summer, right? June 23rd. Lots to get to today. We'll start off. Congratulations to the Nashville Cats. They're headed to the Arena Crown Championship. Not the Arena Bowl, but the Arena Crown Championship. Big win over Southwest Kansas yesterday up in Clarksville. Sold out, packed house. Good job, Clarksville, for showing up and showing out and being loud. The team fed off of you yesterday, helped them with the big win. So now they take on Albany next Saturday up in upstate New York. The Albany Firebirds, something like that. Albany Firebirds. That's right. So the Nashville Cats will go for Arena Football Championship Saturday night up there. You hear the game on 90, totally hits FM 93.3. Get it done. Dr. Crane, happy Monday, brother.
Happy Monday to you, not Chase, but Big Joe.
Good Lord.
Yeah,
man.
It's a Monday.
Yeah, it is a Monday. No excuses, though, my man.
Spilt coffee on myself. Made I had to make a U-turn to the house, and I'm back.
Well done with all that. We'll get to our countdown in just a little bit. We'll wait to see what time the boss man shows up. But meanwhile, big weekend for you. You'd bought a pig or a hog.
Asian red waller. That's correct.
Okay. So it's not a pig.
It is a hog, yes.
But was it a pig at one time?
Yeah, a little piglet. Yeah.
And it became a hog.
It did.
And then you bought your hog, and this weekend you had to say goodbye to your hog.
I did. The skillet ended up going to better pastures. Ended up filling out some paperwork. Asked for some hot Italian sausage. Asked for some breakfast sausage, pork loins, pork steaks, short ribs. Some bacon. Obviously, it's gonna be a fun event. It's gonna be ready for July 12th, I believe.
Right.
I'll have two 25-pound chests ready to go. And splitting it right down the spine.
For those who follow the show, our famous doctor here bought a hog, and then this weekend he said goodbye to the hog. The hog was going off to someplace else, and we were going to talk about famous last words. And we needed y'all's help on this. Our great listening audience. What was famous last words that you told Skillet? Is it like, hey, we're going to the mall? We're going to go to Chick-fil-A today. I mean, something, because it's a Saturday. It wasn't a Sunday.
No,
right?
it was a little bit of an audible. My uncle said, hey, come on Sunday. This is about a couple weeks ago. And then he texted me Friday night. He goes, you got to come see Skillet. I was like, all right, I'll come up Saturday after the show. So I got there around 1:30, chatted with my uncle for a little bit, saw all the hogs getting in the back of the chute there. And my last words to him were, I'll see you in a couple weeks. Really, that's what I said. I'll see you in a couple weeks. My dad asked, what Skillet say? I was like, I just read him off his last rites. We'll be all right. And that's kind of morbid, but it's funny.
How much did Skillet did you weigh him?
No, I did not weigh him on the day. My uncle was telling me roughly about 220, 230, maybe a little bit more, which is good. I mean, that's a healthy hog for to go into whatever you're trying to do. They're going to obviously drain him, which they call it the slaughter weight, the dressing weight. I think they believe that's what they call it.
Okay.
That's the proper term. So after he's all drained, they'll weigh him again. And that's when you do the processing and then you figure out how much you're going to pay for the hog when it comes to divvying up all the meat.
This is all fascinating to me.
I mean, it's a circle of life. That's kind of what everybody else did before us.
I eat meat. I mean, I if you don't, that's fine, but I do. So I just, I just never knew the process.
Yeah. I just look at this as a better way of getting your meat because you know where it's coming from. Especially for me, it's coming from where my uncle raised them for the most part. Healthy area. I mean, it's not, they're not encapsulated in a small cage and you're just feeding them through the hole. But I look at it as a good thing. So you're not getting any extra pesticides, whatever you put into the meat at the grocery store, whatever that is.
Right.
But I'm happy because one, it was inexpensive, and two, you're investing in something and you're investing in yourself.
You are. 9712 says, famous. Sorry. Said famous last words of Skillet are, that'll do, Skillet. Oh, I think that's so fantastic. That's funny. Keep them coming. 615-737-1025. When's the pickup day again, you said, for your meat?
July 12th. I believe it's on a Wednesday. Have to double check on that.
Okay. So you go down, pick up your meat, and all good, right?
Yeah. I think they even, I filled out the paperwork. My uncle was telling me they might send you some flowers or something. I was like, oh, that's nice. So
great. I'm sure.
Like a coupon or something. I don't know.
All that goes on. We crowned an NBA champion last night. Oklahoma City Thunder, 7 games over the Indiana Pacers. So good for Oklahoma City. It's bittersweet because Oklahoma City has a pro championship before Nashville does. Are we ever going to win a pro championship? I'm beginning to think in my lifetime we're not.
It's getting smaller and smaller.
Hockey's nowhere close. They are nowhere close to winning a championship. I'm talking years down the road. Your football team has had the number 1 pick in the draft, right? I think the path of the Titans is a lot closer than the Predators, but Titans are nowhere near doing this. Nowhere near.
I know a lot of people don't really pay attention to soccer in Nashville.
Correct.
What Nashville SC is doing, they're on pace to win a U.S. Open Cup title, which is...
What the hell does that mean?
It is the longest tenured competition in North America, especially the United States. It's obviously called U.S. Open Cup, I believe 1901.
What's the MLS then?
MLS is the League Cup. It is the league that they play in.
Well, you're playing for 2 things?
Yeah.
This makes no sense.
In soccer, you have multiple tournaments. And so,
why?
Well, it brings in more money, revenue, more games, more people to come to certain
things.
So
what's more important, this Open Championship or the MLS Championship?
I mean, both, really.
No, that's not no. You're not a politician there. I need an answer. What's more important? MLS Cup or this championship you just made up?
Again, it's going to be somewhat of a political answer, but it depends on how your season is going. If you're doing terrible in the league, your priorities are on the U.S. Open Cup. But as for Nashville SC, they're doing well in both of those competitions. So then you're kind of equaling out both sides of the table.
Don't you want to win the MLS? I mean, you're in that league.
Well, here's the thing with soccer, Joe. You can win a thing they call the treble, which is you win 3 trophies in one season. So for like Inter Miami, they won like the Leagues Cup. They won like they didn't win MLS, but they won other competitions. They haven't won the treble yet. I'm just saying that's what
treble.
Treble. You win 3 championships in one season.
Here comes treble. Andy Bernard, acapella group.
Exactly.
I don't get. So 3. No, you put this. Explain this like to the NFL.
If you were in the NFL you ended up playing against the CFL and the UFL, and you won the Super Bowl, you won the CFL championship, and then you won the UFL championship, that's 3 trophies in 1 year.
That ain't happening.
I'm just saying.
Win your MLS, right?
Yeah, it's fair.
And what's the other? You said there's a third one?
Yeah, it depends. You basically can categorize 3 championships in one season. There's like 4 or 5 tournaments you could be in at one time. It depends on if you qualify for them. So
this is all nonsense.
Yeah.
Win the MLS.
We'll scrap.
Do they have a chance to win the MLS?
Absolutely. They're top 3 in the Eastern Conference right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. To me, it's not on the same vein as one of the big 4, but I'll take it.
Yeah. It's the closest thing Nashville has right now.
It's far because the Predators they're nowhere near. I mean, and the Titans are nowhere near. All right, look who's here. After giving his coffee talk this morning at 7:00, the boss has arrived. Chase McCabe. We had an after party last night in Clarksville. Did a great job on the radio, Chase.
Thank you.
And then I didn't go to bed till like 2. I mean, the party in Clarksville last night was something else.
Well, I just went straight to my coffee talk. Ironically, it was PETA. Dr. Crane, they want to talk to you. So
what do you talk about when you go to these coffee talks? Just about life?
Oh, life, love, the pursuit of happiness, those things.
It's a movie.
Yeah, it was good. No, enjoyed. I'm just running a little late today, so I apologize for that.
You had a coffee talk.
I had a coffee talk. Fine. But Dr. Crane, I'm glad everything went okay. So I didn't hear in the update. Have we confirmed is Skillet no longer with us?
Wednesday will be his last.
Oh, okay.
Day.
So he's still around. He's kind of looking around like, where's Dad?
Yeah, I bet he's at the gate like, Daddy,
hey, where's he at?
And then the other guy's like, where's your dad? And Skillet's like, he said he was going out for milk and cigarettes, and he's not back yet. I'm not sure where he is. Are you going to bring some to us when all this happens? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like that caller said that day that you messed up naming him. Do you feel bad about that?
No.
Okay.
I don't. Well, guys and girls and everybody listening, I have zero attachment to this animal.
We know, man.
I mean,
clearly.
I have to put that out there. People that think this is a pet for me, it's not a pet. It's an investment. It's for my well-nourishment of my body. That's all I look at it as.
Yeah, my brother buys 3 cows a year. I'm like,
and it saves so much money.
I mean, it's every year. And he's like, hey, I got a 20-pound steak for you. Come get it. And I was like, okay.
I'm ready for the short ribs, man. The flavor. You get the bone
You're
in.
cooking all this for us.
Oh, whoa. Well, maybe.
Right. The smoked sausage, right? What part of the hog is the sausage?
Believe that's the. I have to look at the diagram.
This is a family show, man.
I'll look at the diagram.
I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, you got a diagram?
I do.
Oh, please send it out.
Oh, yeah. We need to see the diagram for sure. One of my friends literally texted me like, I get in the car, and I was right at the end of the skillet talk, and he wanted to hear about that. But
is it not fascinating?
Oh, it's totally fascinating. It is like 100%. I'm fascinated by this whole process. Like, at the same time, I feel a little bit bad about it because, Skillet probably had a life ahead of him. And
what do you eat at the Omni on Thursdays?
Sausage. So,
Right.
But I don't know. I don't know that pig. I don't know where that pig came from.
Right.
I look at it this way, Chase. The pig that I basically purchased is a healthier pig than the one you eat at the Omni. No offense to the Omni.
Oh, does he go to the gym?
Okay.
No, I'm just saying, the stuff you feed them, the feed that's given to the hog.
What does Paulo, our handsome intern?
I know some pigs that need to go to the gym.
We're looking at one right here. Does our handsome intern Paulo eat sausage?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. Yeah. By the way, I mean, again, shout out to Chase and Ian. We're the most handsome interns probably in the country.
Yeah, that's exactly what we hire him for. So
handsome. Hey, I mean, these guys could be on GQ.
Well, you can text in your famous last words that Nick said to Skillet, 615-737-1025. Our phone and text line driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. 9712 says, that'll do, Skillet.
That's the best text. I hear Dr. Crane. That'll do, Skillet.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Take care of yourself.
We have a big show planned. Brett Kern is going to join us at 10 o'clock. Haven't talked to Brett in a while, so we'll catch up with the former Titans punter. More coming. Have we done our countdown yet?
We have not, but now we are.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, 61 days from the day the college football season starts. 61 days till we sit in front of the TV all day long. There's not many games on that first weekend, but who cares? It is college football return. So with that, famous number 61s. What's your favorite number 61? Probably the one that you don't know much about, 61, but that's okay because Chase McCabe should know a number 61 off the top of his head from his beloved Dallas Cowboys.
I knew you were going to say that.
You want a clue?
Yeah.
He got busted for having about 500 pounds of dope in his car.
Michael Irvin.
Close.
It was that team. I mean, that era, right?
Yep.
I'm blanking.
But his name is an alliteration. Number 61.
Just tell me.
Nate Newton.
Nate Newton. That's right. Yep.
Famous number 61. There's not a lot of famous 61s out there. So anyway, that we are 61 days away from the start of college football. Man, can we not wait?
There is one number 61 in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I'm sorry, there are two.
Go.
Curly Culp and Bill George.
Is Curly Culp an Oiler?
I guess, yeah.
And Bill George?
I don't know.
Oh, Bill George.
Old Bill.
Bill got the job done right there, boy.
There you go.
Oh, okay. 61 days. Exciting.
61 days to college football. So famous number 61s. We're up and running here on this Monday. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5, 106.3 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 1025, 1063 The Game. Are these all in honor of Skillet?
Gotta be.
Maybe just one.
That's pretty good. We're officially there, but I've decided, I kind of decided this weekend that I'm not going to call this like the doldrums of sports talk, because I mean we got SEC Media Days coming up in a few weeks, which is going to be a lot of fun. That's kind of that unofficial kickoff to college football. But the NHL's over, NBA's over. It's just baseball, Major League Baseball, but MLS, we got that going, some soccer. The Cats are in the championship game. So I'm going to embrace, what we do have right now.
This is when it's fun.
Yeah.
You come up with the fun topics in the summertime. We just, I'm a little chagrined that I don't think Nashville's going to win a pro championship. When Oklahoma City wins a pro championship before Nashville, that hurts. And, the Thunder deserved it, game 7, whatever. But the fact that Nashville is so far behind getting anywhere with our two, I know, MLS, we'll talk about that later, our two professional sports, the big four, they're so far behind. It's kind of disheartening a little ways, man, because, last year we had all the promise when Trotz signed all those big name free agents, like, we're going to be there. This is going to be great for our city and for hockey. And they were awful from top to bottom. And now, where are we looking at? Oh, God, there's no telling what's going to happen. And then Titans, well, you can write their own epitaph.
Well, I think let's kind of talk with the Predators for a second, because this is a key weekend for them. You got the 5th overall pick. And I know everybody's like, oh, we lost the draft lottery. Well, that's the way it works. It's nobody's fault that, you lost the draft. Like I literally heard people going like, this organization can't do anything right. They can't even win the draft lottery. Well, they have no control over the way the ping pong ball bounces. So you can't really blame them for that. So they're going to have the 5th overall pick, which you're going to get a good player that's going to help your team. They have 2 additional first-round picks that they can either use to make a player selection or use as currency to help with the trade. I understand the trepidation of Predators fans. I do. That it's like, well, they kind of made this big splash and it didn't work. I don't know if I trust Barry Trotz.
Why should you?
Sure. I mean, I get it. It's fair criticism.
Yes.
But I think that they've earned enough credibility that, okay, give him and give them a chance to correct it.
His tenure is going to be determined. I'm telling you, and I'm not the biggest hockey guy, but this Saros deal, if it goes south this next year,
yeah, that's fair.
It's bad. I mean, it's fair. Really, really bad. And I hope Saros plays the best goalie he's ever played NHL of all time, gets out there and does that. Because I like Barry Trotz from my time covering.
I like Barry Trotz. I like UC Saros. I like all those guys. But you're right. I mean, I think that everybody that knows anything about them would agree that, his tenure is going to be based on the effectiveness of that UC Saros deal.
Yep.
And what happens. Now, do I believe this team is capable of bouncing back? Do I believe the individuals that had down years are capable of bouncing back? Yes. It's whether it can all come together and they do that or not. I am a little confused adding a 34-year-old Eric Holla to the mix when, you've basically said that you want to get younger. But at the same time, it feels like he's probably told some of these veterans that they signed last summer of, hey, the plan is for us to stay competitive. We're not going to be a rebuilding team. We're going to just, we had a down year. We're going to reset, but we're going to keep going after it. And you have goaltending. You have some forwards that what they've done historically. You got to go address a right shot defenseman. And as Robbie pointed out this morning, you traded 2 of those. Now, how good were they, or were they top pairing good enough? Well, probably not, but you're still after right shot defensemen. And you had 2 in Fabro and Carrier that you've traded away. So I'm confused on some things, and I understand why Preds fans are confused on some things, but the only choice you truly have right now, unless you go find a new team to be a fan of, is to kind of let this play out. And that's how I view it. And it's going to play out till either it's fixed or this group can't fix it and a new group comes in.
They're years away. I mean, they're years away. I mean, they're.
I think they're years away from being like a Florida or a Edmonton and being able to compete for a Stanley Cup.
Isn't that what you want to do?
Sure.
Okay.
Do I think that they can, continue to build for the future and tweak this team enough to maybe make the playoffs? Yeah, maybe.
Now, the route for the Titans, I'm not going to get into this. Who wins a championship first, Titans or Predators? I don't give a damn. But I think they're getting back to some sort of respectability. I mean, again, we talk about it. The Titans got to win the AFC South. Beat Houston, the Colts, and the Jags. You're in the playoffs. You're in the playoffs. For the NHL, it's not that easy for the Preds. I mean, you've got great competition around you. What's tougher, the AFC South or the damn Western Conference NHL? Western Conference NHL is. You got a lot of good hockey teams there. Texans aren't good. Colts aren't good. Jags aren't good. Titans are worse. You just got to beat those three teams, then you're in the playoff. But it's just frustrating watching Oklahoma City win a championship. And now you go back to 1998. You get a sports city with two teams in it. Nashville is in that territory you don't want to be. Buffalo has not won a championship. Then they got hockey and football, have not won a championship since 98. And neither is Nashville. Every other city with two teams, I think, have won a championship.
And look, now it is three teams. MLS does count as a major league sport. And I mean, right now it would appear that Nashville SC is the closest to winning a championship of the big three.
Name all the cities that have an MLS team.
Atlanta, Cincinnati, New York has two, LA has two, Salt Lake City.
What are you looking at?
Minnesota. I'm just staring at the wall. Minnesota. I said that.
Keep going, buddy.
Tampa Bay. No.
USL.
USL.
You're close.
Okay. Miami.
Yep.
Miami is a Florida one. Seattle has the Sounders. Austin has one. I believe Dallas had
sort of. Houston.
Houston?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorta.
I thought Dallas had one.
I know they don't.
Okay. All right.
Houston.
Washington have one?
Yeah.
Which Washington? Seattle, Washington.
DC?
Oh, DC United. Yep.
What the hell? DC.
When you say Washington, Joe, my mind tends to go west.
Does Washington, DC have an MLS team?
Yes, DC United.
Okay. They play.
I named a
RFK
good
Stadium.
chunk.
He named out a pretty good bit.
Well done. You did on that.
Yeah.
Proud of you on that. Yeah.
Anything else you want to challenge me on today?
Yeah. Name all the head coaches in the National Football League.
Oh God.
Buffalo Bills.
Sean McDermott.
Miami Dolphins.
Mike McDaniel.
Patriots.
Mike Vrabel.
Jets.
Who'd they just hire? They just hired a new one, and I don't.
Aaron Glenn.
Yeah, former DC for Detroit.
Aaron
Baltimore
Glenn.
Ravens.
John Harbaugh.
Bengals.
That would be Zach Taylor.
Browns.
That would be Kevin Stefanski.
Steelers.
Mike Tomlin.
Texans.
The guy that played there.
Come on.
I hate that.
Colts.
Shane Steichen.
Jags.
Liam Cohen.
Broncos.
Sean Payton.
Chiefs.
Andy Reid.
Raiders.
The Raiders. Pete Carroll.
Chargers.
Jim Harbaugh.
All right, you've only missed two so far. Cowboys.
I missed two?
Yep.
Cowboys, Schottenheimer.
Giants.
Dayball.
Eagles.
I forget his name.
My name. Come on.
Nick Sirianni.
Attaboy. Commanders.
Commanders. It's now.
Where's his hat backwards?
Yeah. Where's his hat? It was the DC in Dallas. Was DC?
Come on, buddy.
Shoot. It'll come.
There's
to
a
me.
TV show called Martha Blank Medicine Woman.
Dan Quinn.
Attaboy.
Thank you.
The Bears.
The Bears. That would be the guy that just hired from Detroit. Whatever.
That's three. All right. Lions.
Dan Campbell.
Packers.
Mike LaFleur.
Vikings. You're doing good.
Matt LaFleur.
Vikings.
I forget him too.
On the air. Falcons.
Oh, who'd they just hired?
Oh, Vikings is O'Connell.
Yeah.
Did you say that?
No, I
Okay.
forgot, Jim.
All right. Falcons.
I don't remember Falcons either.
Is it Ronnie Morris?
Yeah, it is
Okay.
Raheem Morris.
All right. Panthers.
Panthers is yeah.
Canales.
Canales. Yeah.
All right.
Dave Canales.
Saints.
Saints just hired
Former Cowboys OC.
Kellen Moore.
Attaboy. Buccaneers.
Buccaneers is
What do you do when you go to
Jets?
What do you do when you go to Strike and Spare?
Bowl? Oh, bowling. Bowls. Todd Bowles.
Attaboy. Look at you. Arizona Cardinals.
They still have a team.
I have no idea who the coach is there, so
I don't remember.
We'll move on.
Oh, it's say it.
Not Cliff Kingsbury anymore, right?
No, it's
It's a skinny, lanky guy, though.
Yeah, it's the one of those
Eagles coaches that
Yeah,
came over. I
yeah.
don't know. Rams,
McVay,
49ers,
Shanahan.
And the Seahawks.
Seahawks is I forget who that is now.
Yeah, it was a former DC for the Ravens.
He's got brunette hair. Yeah.
Brunette hair. Yeah. Yeah.
I remember things.
He was,
Yeah.
that, he was that tall, short guy. You know.
I mean, they're not easy. I mean, the
No.
Cardinals, we don't, because we talked Cardinals are the hapless franchise that nobody cares about in the NFL.
That was very well done by Chase.
It
He only
was.
missed, what, 4, 5?
6.
That's pretty darn good.
Raymond and Franklin. Big Joe always has to resort back to the only league he has knowledge of. LOL. Let's talk about MLS for 4 seconds, and then it's right back to the.
I default to Dr. Crane on MLS. I don't follow soccer. I'm never going to follow soccer. I don't besmirch you if you follow. I don't care. But I'm not going to put it down. You
by
like
the way,
soccer? It's great.
Dallas does have an MLS team. FC Dallas.
I thought they were USL. I guess not. Hey, Chase, he's on one today.
Yeah.
He's got it.
That's fine.
Somebody texted in. It was like, I was like, I thought they did.
Yeah.
So I was right there.
I don't. I'm telling you right now. I don't know soccer. That's why I default to you. Tell me all this, and I'm not going to put down like I know. I just don't watch it. It's fine. I hope they win every game, and I hope you go to every game at Geodis Park and have the best time ever. Hell, I'll go to the winning parade with you. I'm a bandwagon guy. We all are. I'll do it all.
Coming up next, Big Joe will name the starting quarterback for the 1988 SEC. We'll do that.
Yes!
We'll do that coming up next.
Tommy Hodson.
Just kidding. Here on Chasing Big Joe, 102.5, 106.3 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5, 106.3 The Game here on this Monday. Broadcasting from the Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Game Nashville studios. Home of the $99 yearly Beehive membership, where the buzz is always about great service. All right, so if you're looking at cities with and without championships, what sports are you going to count? Because I count, obviously the NFL, the NHL, the NBA, MLB, MLS. That is a major league sport in its sport. In Canada, I mean, they're going to count the CFL as they should.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's pretty much
that's
it
a
at this point.
championship.
WNBA, I mean, that's a
professional championship. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a professional sport championship. That's not minor league baseball or minor league hockey,
right.
or the USL. It doesn't count. To
Nope.
me, it's got to be all right. And I'll give you. I'll buy in MLS. So you got the
Yep.
5 now. So Nashville is in that territory you don't want to be in. Buffalo's in there as well. You said Orlando. Dr. Crane has a soccer team.
Orlando SC. Yep.
So Portland's got them. I mean, Portland hasn't won a championship. And we go back to 98. That's when the Preds showed up and the Titans showed up in our town. And then they don't have a championship.
Yep. And then this is what, season 6 for Nashville SC? They started in 2020.
Yeah, I believe so.
So 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah. So season 6. So yeah, I mean, in that time frame, no championships.
I mean,
the closest thing that this town has to championships, and again, minor league, the Sounds won the PCL in 2003, I think.
Did they?
The Nashville Venom?
Nashville Venom.
Feel the hiss.
I guess we got to throw the Cincinnati in there. I mean, the Bengals, the Reds, and now they have a soccer team, have not won anything since 1998.
Correct. Yeah, the Reds last won in 90.
Right, that's correct.
They have an MLS team now. They've had hockey and basketball, but not very long. So yeah, I would say that's
so Miami's got a MLS team. They won an NBA championship in 12 and 13. Colorado Rapids, Broncos won in 15, the Super Bowl. LA Galaxy, the Rams and the Dodgers have won.
Yeah, Dodgers won last year.
Seattle Sounders, Seahawks won in 13.
And the Mariners
have not ever won anything.
And then so Oklahoma City, that's the third for the franchise?
Yes. First in Oklahoma City.
Right,
yeah.
I know, but because the Sonics won 2, I think.
They did, correct.
What was their last one?
77, 78, right now. We're downtown Freddie Brown.
Okay.
Austin doesn't count. Los Angeles won the Rams. DC, the Nationals won the World Series.
19.
Yeah. Vancouver, BC is their CFL team. They've won 2 Grey Cups. Sporting Kansas City, we know what's happening there. Columbus. Has Columbus won MLS title there, Dr. Crane?
Columbus Crew, yeah, they've won some hardware.
Okay. Well,
didn't Gary Smith win one with Columbus? Was it Columbus or was it
Denver?
Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado.
God, I knew an MLS question.
Yeah.
Only because of Gary Smith.
Yeah, so Columbus has 2 professional teams. They have the MLS and the NHL.
Yes, sir. Atlanta won. The Braves won in
21.
Yep. Charlotte have done nothing. Bobcats nothing. Panthers nothing.
They're the
Hornets.
They've been the Hornets for 10 years.
Have they? Has it been 10 years, or you just making
it might have been longer than
I think
that.
It's longer.
They were the Bobcats for like a cup of coffee.
It just shows you how they've done nothing. New York.
The Panthers have played in 2 Super Bowls.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Patriots and then the
Broncos.
Yep. When's New York's last? When did the Yankees win something? 09? World Series?
Yeah.
08? Something on those lines.
I think they've won since. No, I actually think they're the last champion in New York might be the Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
The
right.
Super Bowl. Yeah.
11. Good job.
The Jets haven't won
since Super Bowl
diddly.
3.
Knicks, no. Nets, no. Rangers, no. Islanders, no.
Mets got beaten 15 or 16, whatever it was, by the Royals.
Yeah.
Dallas, yes, because Texas Rangers won.
Yeah, the Rangers won a few years ago, and the Mavericks won
06, I know that.
Yeah, I guess it's been a minute.
St. Louis, they won a title in 11, Dr.
11.
Crane?
I think
And
11.
6 and 11?
Yep.
And didn't the Battle Hawks win something? USFL or
Yeah, like
whatever?
2 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do we count that?
No.
It's
And the
pro.
Portland Timbers. No. The Trailblazers haven't won since 98. So, I mean, you're not an exclusive company, but you're in a company you don't want to be in.
Yeah, and if
It's
you count
hard to win
and
a
if
championship, man.
you
right?
count the state of Tennessee, you pull the Grizzlies in. They haven't won anything.
No, they're not close either.
No.
Timbers won in 2015.
That's
Look
correct.
at you, man. All right, good for Portland.
I feel like I don't know. You say they're not close, but I do like some of the moves they're making. Like they're definitely thinking future. And now they just got to draft and develop correctly. And Ja needs to be what Ja
Trade
can be.
him, right? We trade him. Get him out of there.
I would, but it doesn't seem like they're going to. Seems like they're going to build around him, and he's saying he wants to be there. And this whole thing we haven't really talked about it on this show, but Stephen A. Smith caused a bunch of stuff, like saying that players don't want to be in Memphis because it's not safe, and so the city of Memphis went in an uproar about it and defended their city. A lot of the Grizzlies defended the city
Right.
and stuff. So, he made a lot of national headlines there, which of course is what Stephen A. was trying to do.
It's like a political talk he was giving too. If you listen to the whole thing, it's like he's running for office.
Yeah.
I was like, what are we doing here? I mean, you don't even go there. You're just hearing people telling you about that. But when the team comes out and defends the city and defends everything, and I get it. I mean, but NBA, man, do you want to play in Memphis? Do you want to play in Indiana? I mean, I just think about it. We fall in love with the Lakers, the Celtics, the Knicks, and all the big time school teams, and it's like the Orlando Magic. Do you want to play there? I mean, it's like, oh, it's off the court advertising and marketing and all the things we get to do. It's not going to happen in Memphis or Orlando. That's why Oklahoma City winning the championship is fantastic. Opens up this whole new world of things.
So it is interesting to think about, like looking at Tennessee as a whole. How close are each team to winning a championship, and what team is the closest? Maybe take SC out of it because I think we know they are the closest. So Grizzlies, Titans, Predators.
I mean, we've beaten this dead horse for years now, and it's
June 23rd. So
they're all the
all
same.
I got to work with.
They're all the same. They're not. I see no movement forward in any of these teams.
All right. Well, I'm going to look at the Vegas odds during the break.
Yes.
We'll see what Vegas thinks. We'll do that coming up next. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5, 106.3 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel here on this Monday. Hope you're having a great start to your day so far.
Did you see 8566 is text?
Oh wow. Of the states that have a major league team, Tennessee is now the only state without a major championship. Is that right?
If that hurts. I mean, you think about it.
Of all time. Okay.
North Carolina won with the Hurricanes, right? In 06?
Yeah. Yep. That is correct.
What has Utah ever won?
Have the Jazz won?
Is there an MLS team there too, Dr. Crane?
I don't recall. Utah?
Yeah, Salt Lake.
Oh, yeah. Salt Lake City. Yeah.
Real Salt Lake.
Real Salt Lake.
Have they won a championship?
If so, it was probably back in like the early 2000s.
I'm thinking Utah might not.
Jazz
be
never
correct.
won one.
They've been in the finals, but they've never.
And you can't take, I don't know if New Orleans ever won one. That doesn't count because you're in Utah now.
All right. Washington State, yes. Oregon doesn't have.
Trailblazers
Portland,
won.
Yeah, they've won.
With Bill Walton.
California, yes. Nevada, yes. Arizona, Diamondbacks. Yes. I don't think Utah.
I don't think so either. Unless we're missing something.
Idaho doesn't have one. Montana doesn't have one. Wyoming, no. Colorado, yes. New Mexico, no. Texas, yes. Oklahoma, now yes.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas,
no.
Because
They
everything's
play
in
Missouri.
Everything's in Missouri.
So Kansas does not have a pro team.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Nebraska doesn't have a pro team. The Dakotas don't. Minnesota, yes. The Twins.
Yep.
Twins have won.
87 and 91.
Yep. Iowa doesn't have a pro team. Missouri, yes. Arkansas doesn't have a pro team. Louisiana, yes.
Saints.
And Mississippi doesn't have a pro team. Bama doesn't have a pro team. Georgia, yes. Florida, yes. South Carolina doesn't have a pro team. North Carolina, yes. Tennessee, no. Kentucky doesn't have a pro team. Virginia. Do you count the Commanders? They play in Virginia.
I thought they played in Maryland.
Oh yeah, they do play in Maryland. I think their offices are in Virginia.
So then there's no pro team in Virginia.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. West Virginia, no. Kentucky, no. Ohio, yes. Cavaliers. Reds and Cavaliers.
Yeah.
Yep. Indiana, the Pacers have one. Colts have won. Yep. Illinois, yes.
Mhm.
Cubs, Bears.
Bulls.
Wisconsin, yes. Green Bay.
The Bucks
Milwaukee,
won it 2 years ago or something? Yeah. Okay.
Michigan, yeah. Detroit's won a ton of stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
And
that's right. The Pistons.
Pennsylvania, yes. I have to look closer at my map.
What great geography today, though.
Okay, Maryland is like the DC area kind of encompasses.
Yeah, but it's got to be. That's not. I mean, state-wise.
I mean, the Commanders play in Maryland. Okay, but when they won their championships,
they played in DC.
They were in DC, right?
Because they played it.
They've never won anything at FedEx.
RFK.
Yeah, which is DC.
Yeah.
Okay. So that doesn't count. Delaware.
Nope.
New Jersey.
Didn't the Devils win in the 90s?
Yes. So the Devils won.
Mike
and
Dunham
again,
on that team.
And again, do you count the football teams, even though they have New York as their name? They play in New
That's
Jersey.
a great point.
Connecticut.
There's a WNBA team there, but I don't know all the WNBA teams.
Yeah. Rhode Island. Massachusetts. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Patriots. Vermont. No. New Hampshire.
So Utah.
Maine. Yeah. So I think Utah and Tennessee are the only ones.
Okay. Utah, give me 2. All right. That's great company we got there.
Let's see if he had. Oh, well, he's saying Salt Lake won the MLS in 2009.
Salt Lake City?
Yeah.
Dr. Crane.
No, I looked it up. There's nothing on there.
A lot of people are saying Utah won in the ABA in 1971 and Real Salt Lake won in 2009.
All right. Let's
Maryland. We're stupid. Talking about Maryland, Baltimore.
God.
My bad.
Thank you.
So they have won. Yeah. So if you're I mean, Real Salt Lake won in 2009. So yeah, Tennessee's the only one. That's crazy.
We need to have Dr. Crane.
It says a 1-1 draw, so that's my fault. Yeah, excuse me.
What does that mean?
It went to like extra time. Like it didn't. Yeah,
So
it didn't pop up on my screen.
Is
Excuse
that
me.
a championship?
Yes, it is championship. They went to extra time and won that way.
Damn it, Dr. Crane.
Sorry.
It's okay. Ron says Nashville's first championship will come from our future MLB team.
We could do a whole 2 hours on this nonsense.
Justin says this summer topic is making me hate my sports team choices. The Titans are so far away from good, it's not funny. And the Preds are basement dwellers compared to the Panthers or Edmonton.
He's not wrong.
Weston Clarksville, do the Cats not count? Hey, this conversation could change next week.
Got to win it, Wes. Good meeting you yesterday, brother. Thanks for stopping by the booth. Yeah.
Can I read this?
Please.
Matt says, do you add Brad Snedeker, who won the FedEx Cup?
We don't.
It could be Brent Snedeker.
Whatever
Brent
Snedeker you want to do. No. Now, if you do individual championships in the state of Tennessee, I mean, you got Wilma Rudolph, got Newgarden,
Yeah.
Snedeker doing that.
Yep.
Lou Graham won the U.S. Open in 1975. He went to Father Ryan, Dr. Crane.
Do a Lou Graham
Mookie
every year.
Betts has won World Series as an individual.
Yeah. Not really.
Well,
He's been part of a team, but
yeah,
like an individual sport. Yeah. So you got those guys. But as far as professional champion state of Tennessee, yay, roll tide.
Andrew says you have to count NCAA football and basketball. No, this is pro. And I know they're close to pro now, but I'm talking about professional leagues.
Correct. Yep.
By the actual sense.
I mean, you think about this. There's a whole generation of kids now who have no idea that Tennessee won a national championship in 98.
Yeah.
They're turning 27 years old.
Yep. Odds real quick for Stanley Cup. The Predators are plus 6,000 to win the Stanley Cup next year. In the NBA, the Memphis Grizzlies, the Grizzlies, are plus 20,000 to win the finals next year.
Terrible.
Let's see. In the National Football League, the Tennessee Titans are just a moment. Plus 20,000 to win the Super Bowl.
Oh, this is awful.
And then MLS, in the MLS Cup, the Nashville SC. If I can find futures. I don't know. I can't find it right now. I think I saw they were plus 2,000.
But Dr. Crane said they're third, right, in points?
No. Eastern Conference. And the Eastern Cup. This is different. U.S. Open Cup and MLS play is completely different, Joe.
We're not getting back into this again. I don't understand this.
And we close the hour on this text, 8586. Nashville sports are about as relevant as underwear in a nudist colony.
That's a great point.
That's a good one. Brett Kern going to join us next here on
Thank God.
Chasing Big Joe, 102.5, 106.3 The Game. Hour number 2, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5, 106.3, The Game here on this Monday. Hope you're having a great start to your day. He's Big Joe Dubin. I'm Chase McCabe, Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier on the ones and twos. We say hello now to former Titans punter Brett Kern, who joins us. Brett, what's up? Been a while. How you doing?
I know, doing well. Dr. Crane, congrats on your hog. I was able to pick out a cow a couple years ago up in White House. I had the privilege of going up there and picking out the cow, and I picked it out, and the cow kind of gave me the look with the eyes, whatever a cow can do. And I kind of felt bad for about 2 seconds, and then I said, "You are going to taste mighty fine." So
yes,
thank you, Brett.
Those are my last words. So congratulations.
And did he taste mighty fine?
He did taste mighty fine on that grill. I'll tell you that
That's
much.
good.
Real quick, Brett, Chase years ago also picked out a cow, but it was on Broadway.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, gosh. It's Monday. It's Monday. Come on.
I'm sorry.
Womp womp.
We'll get there. I'm sorry.
We're officially in the off season, and there wasn't that much to really take from mini camp. I mean, I thought Cam Ward looked like a rookie, and everybody was talking about, that he was getting on the same page with, some of his receivers, and which was obviously Calvin Ridley being the one that kind of stood out to everybody. What was kind of your process when mini camp was done? Did you just get away, turn it off, and just really focus on family time and vacation, or were there little things that you tried to do to kind of stay both physically and mentally ready when training camp opened?
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of, you could call it the quote unquote off season. You get a nice little break. But, I mean, we took a week, head down to the beach, right, just to kind of relax and, just spend some really quality family time. Because once training camp starts, your next time that you get with the family really is, when the season's over with. So it was nice to get that for a week, but even still down there, you're working out. And then really you're just kind of prepping for training camp. And so, a lot of times I would try to go punt, on turf at the hottest part of the day, to simulate just training camp, right? These guys are going to be going down to Tampa. They're going down to Atlanta to practice. And I think at that point, it might be more mental for them just because of the heat and trying to stay focused, for those practices. But I mean, I kept a routine. Sometimes I'd go punt on a Sunday at noon just to simulate, games on Sunday and sun angles and, kind of heat and all that stuff. I mean, September down here can still be pretty toasty, and especially on that turf. So I think it's just important for the guys, veterans, they know what they're doing. The young guys really just kind of staying in shape, in essence, to where they come in and they're ready to go. I think it's important for Cam and these receivers to be working, because really, when you think about it, if they report on the 22nd, first practice on the 23rd, they'll have roughly 9 to 10 practices before they're going down to Tampa and having joint sessions with the Bucks. And so that is going to happen really quick. Training or mini camp, you kind of have a little bit of things thrown at you, and paces picked up a little bit, but really camp, it excels quickly in the pace and the install and all that kind of stuff. So these guys really got to be rip roaring, ready to go, on the same page, because that Tampa practice is going to come pretty quick, and then you followed up with Atlanta, and then next thing you know, preseason's done and you're heading into week 1.
Brett Kern is with us. Do you feel like those joint practices are really going to be when we see, okay, Cam Ward's ready to be the starter, or maybe there's a few things that he needs to continue to work on, and maybe we should rethink this going into week 1? Do you think those joint practices are really what's going to tell us that?
Yeah, I mean, because I think Cam will be going against the ones, right? He'll be going against, Tampa's defense. He'll be going against Atlanta's defense and the ones. And so I think if anything, you'll see the reps shake out, how they're going to shake out. You'll see guys kind of climb the depth chart, maybe fall on the depth chart. Who's running with the ones, who's running with the twos. And usually those joint practices, the 3s and 4s don't really get anything. And so this is kind of for guys to get those reps without having to play in the game. And so I do think, you'll see a lot will shake out relatively early. You maybe might see that in the first part of camp, but I really think, those joint practices, you'll start to see things shake out. And it's great too. Like, it's not the ones against the ones in training camp. You're going against a totally different group of guys, right? The defensive coordinator wants to work on things. He wants to work on his blitz packages and coverages and red zone, and the same for the Titans. Like, they want to work on stuff too, and so it's really a fresh look, a new look, to where, I mean, at times, the ones on defense know, okay, this is what they're doing, this is their formation, this is the route concept they're running. We can go off of that, right? This is a run, because you're going against each other all the time. And so you see those tendencies, formations, all the stuff that you can pick on, and usually it gives the defense an advantage, right? But you go down against these joint practices, and you really have nothing to prepare for. It's really kind of the kitchen sink is thrown at you, and it's really a good test on all phases, right? Special teams, offense, defense, special teams. It's like, hey, we've been running these punt rushes against our own guys, and it gets kind of mundane at times. But now here we're going up against somebody totally different. I don't know his moves. I don't know his up and under. I don't know how he rushes, how he bull rushes, all that kind of stuff on a punt rush. And so I definitely think you'll see. I'm excited. I loved them personally because it was something different, and it actually felt like you were in a game almost, but obviously not in a game. But I really like the joint practices, so I hope that the Titans can get a lot out of the two sessions that they have.
Talking to former Titans punter Brett Kern on the Chasing Big Joe show. Brett, you ever heard of a professional football player by the name of David Ben?
Yeah, he's a long snapper.
Yeah.
San Diego.
Yeah. All right. 18 years in the National Football League. And I bring that up to bring up a friend of yours in Morgan Cox. 16 years in the league coming up. Morgan, these long snappers are amazing. Once they get and do this, they have a nice career. Morgan Cox this week, Brett, was named to the ESPN all-quarter century team as long snapper. Now, when you look at, the quarterback, running back, all that, that's a huge honor that went under the radar. You know Morgan Cox. You know how good he is. How good is he?
Since a lot of people don't know about long snapping and how detailed you have to be, Morgan is an amazing long snapper. I texted him when I found out and just congratulated him because how he goes about his job, how he goes about the detail, when he's snapping to the point where, I feel like I could hold up a $50 on a punt snap of where I want the ball on a right punt or a left punt, and it's there, right?
Oh,
short snaps. Laces are so important. And I think I've told you guys this before, that the seasons I was with him, I think the one season of all the field goal short snaps that we had, I think there were only 3. You look at the clock as a window, right? As your 12 o'clock is where you want the laces. And I think I only had 3 that were between 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. So really the laces weren't faced towards the field goal post. Because for someone, a holding, right, usually if it's between 9 and 3 facing the field goal post, that's an easy turn. That's a quarter turn. That's not very hard. But when the laces are facing towards you, away from the field goal post, that's a harder turn because you have to do it quickly. You kind of have to adjust, the way you're holding it with your fingers and your wrist movement. And I think I had 3 that year. And so the level of consistency that he has is unbelievable. And so very happy for him. And I'll have to keep in mind that he's doing this all upside down.
Right. Yes.
So it's a huge accomplishment for him. Very well deserved, and really happy for him.
So let's get this straight again. What's the snap time? Is it 0.75 under a second to get the ball to you? Is that what it is?
Well, punt snaps, if you can be between 0.6, if you're at 0.6, that's coming back at about 45 miles an hour. 0.7 is roughly, obviously a little bit less than that. But if you can be between 0.6, 0.7, that ball is humming over 40. 0.75, it's a little bit under 40. Your general goal is to get it off in about 2.0, 2.05. That's a pretty good get off time. So the level of consistency for that, and then short snaps is just, that's all touch and feel. To know, if you're warming up, Morgan and I would be communicating, and the snap would come back and it's at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 3 or 4 in a row. He'd be like, okay, let me just adjust my hands on the ball, and then shoot, it comes back 12 o'clock. Bam, got it, right? So short snaps are more of a rhythm. In field goal, if you can be between 1.25, 1.30, 1.35 is good. When you start getting over 1.35, teams can start kind of keying off on the edges with that as far as rushing.
Well, it's funny. I've had parents ask me about their son's a quarterback, and I'm like, go long snap. Well, we didn't think about, go long snap because you get paid too. And Morgan Cox and David Ben are great examples of getting scholarships, paid for, going to college, and then you just never know. And I tell kids, learn how to long snap. It's not going to hurt you if you could do that.
No, I mean, currently right now, coaching over at the FRA, and we got about 5 or 6 kids trying to learn how to long snap. So if you can handle being upside down, and if you can throw the ball, it's very similar to throwing the ball. And it's just obviously now you're using your hips and your legs really to kind of get it back there to get some power on it. So, you got to have the right size. It's kind of, there's some teams out there, the Colts with Luke Rhodes, what they did is, he's a linebacker, 6'2", 6'3", 240-ish, right? And he's a linebacker. And so they were trying to teach, him when he was on the practice squad as a linebacker how to long snap. And obviously he picked it up and figured it out. And now I think he's going into year 8 or 9 as a long snapper from a converted linebacker. So,
all right, let's see if I'm correct in this. With the Titans, you had 3, right?
Sounds right. Yeah.
Kinnemano, Bo Brinkley,
Morgan Cox, and then Matt Overton came in the COVID year.
That's right. I remember him.
Yeah.
Now, because Bo got sick or hurt or something.
Yeah. And then here's another one, Mike Leach, former Titan tight end. He came in with Alan Lowry. Alan said, hey, look, I'm not sure about tight end. Why don't you do life upside down, learn how to snap? And I think he played 18 years as well. And he was actually my first long snapper in Denver. Mike Leach was.
Oh, wow. Okay. But Kinemato was your first one here?
Yes.
Yep. There you go. One question I was going to ask you, because Joe and I have been doing the Nashville Cats games, and I was fascinated. There's no punting in the arena game, but there's kicking, and a lot of the kickoffs are from the tee, just like you would have in the NFL. But I was fascinated watching the kicker be so meticulous about setting the ball up on the tee. Can you kind of take us through that? Because it's just like you holding that you want the laces in a certain spot and the ball positioned correctly, right?
Gosh, what a great way to start your Monday on physics right here on kicking. Yeah, in essence, really, if you have the ball straight up and down, right, that's for a righty or lefty, that's going to tend to promote a draw. And the more you lean the ball towards the right for a righty, or if someone's holding more towards your holder, the more you lean it, that's more going to promote a cut, right? And so a lot of times guys know like their foot angle, their attack angle. Some like it straight up and down, just based on their foot angle coming in. Some like a little bit of lean on it. With their angle, they like to hit a cut. Some guys like to hit a little draw. Ryan Suckup hit about a 2-yard draw every single time, right? Rob Baronis like a little bit of extra lean, and so his go-to was a little baby cut. And so it just depends on how they like it, what kind of ball flight they prefer. But just a little bit, if, for example, if, you have a 50-yarder and you're holding, and they like a little bit of tilt, and you hold it straight up and down on a 50-yarder, and there's a little bit of wind, that is plenty enough error, maybe by an inch. That inch alone from 50 yards is plenty enough for you to miss it wide left. Same thing, if you lean it too much, it might cut too much in order to miss it wide right. So there's really not a lot of error, an inch at most of the times with field goals. And the more you go back, 45 plus, 50 plus, it has to be, not perfect, but pretty darn close to get the ball flight that they want, how they want the ball to look, what they're planning on. Like, hey, this is my target. I want a little bit of a cut. So there's a lot that goes into it, and it's just very, very detailed.
Hey, Greg sent me a note and said, my son wants to be a punter, getting involved in athletics. What's the best exercise for him to strengthen his leg?
I mean, there's a lot to kind of strengthen in your leg, but I would just tell him it's all about your flexibility. If you're not flexible, the quicker you can get your legs through it, and the power that comes with flexibility is way more important than like how strong you are. For example, there's guys, you're fooling around in training camp sometimes before practice, and I'm out there punting, and you might have somebody come out that's 6'4". You might have a tight end that comes out 6'4", 260, just built like a Greek goddess, right? And they can't punt a ball 30 yards. Well, they can't get their leg up over their hip. So really, the only power they're generating is about 90 degrees worth of power from the ground to your waistline, right? Brian Moorman, for example, he was the one that got lit up in the Pro Bowl that one year. But he was a national champion, I think 300 or maybe the 400 in the hurdles, right? He was maybe 6'1", probably $175 soaking wet, but he had no problem getting his leg. He probably gave himself a bloody nose with his knee. That's how high up he could get his leg. And this guy could go out there and hit 5-second, 60-yard punts in Buffalo like it was nothing.
Wow.
And so it wasn't necessarily like, hey, I'm going to go in the weight room and I can put 400 pounds on a squat rack and look what I can do. It's how quick your leg is and the flexibility. And in order to get the leg speed, you got to be flexible. Because if you're not flexible and you're still trying to power up and through it, you're going to throw out your hamstrings, your back, the whole posterior chain is messed up.
Good Lord.
Wow. Good insights. We appreciate the physics lesson and
anatomy too.
And
Thank you,
anatomy.
Brett.
Hey, anytime, guys, you want to do, we can call this session, get it sponsored by somebody, some local doctor's office, something like that. We could just talk anatomy of football. And I mean, you look at like Tyreek or Halliburton last night, right? He's got the calf strain. Unfortunately, your body naturally protects what's hurt. And so what compensates, what takes the load off the hamstring? Well, it's either going to be your knees or your Achilles. And unfortunately, the Achilles popping last night. It's just unfortunate. So,
yeah, it definitely was tough to see. Brett, thanks as always. We'll talk to you next week.
Sounds good. Have a great Monday.
You too. Brett Kern, former Titans punter, joining us here on the program as he always does on Mondays.
Got some big college football news just came out, Chaser. I'm not going to tell you until we come back. You'll like this.
All right. We'll get to Jeff's call as well. It's Chasing Big Joe presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel here on this Monday, 102.5, 106.3 The Game. Chase Big Joe, 102.5, 106.3 The Game here on this Monday. Nashville's best deal this week is Red's Hot Chicken. Red's Hot Chicken on West End is bringing the heat. Don't miss their hot chicken and waffles or the mac and cheese crunch wrap. Grab a $30 gift card now for only $15 while supplies last, simply by going to thegamenashville.com/deals. Real quick before we get to your college football topic, Jeff has been waiting patiently with a comment on the NBA Finals. Jeff, what's up?
Well, I just want to say I just want to congratulate STA and Casey Wallace. They get ready for Oklahoma City, and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is the fourth player in NBA history to win the MVP, the scoring title, and the NBA championship in the same season. Do you know the other three?
Yeah, Clyde Lee, Frank Cornett, and I think Dyron Nix.
I know Tracy Cornett did too. She won too. Dyron Nix or Doug Robbie. Find out one eye can't see out the other one. Is that what it is? No, they're Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan did it 4 times. Kareem did it twice. Was with the Bucks, and then Shaq.
Okay.
Lakers.
Thank you, Jeff.
I appreciate it. See you.
Man, Jeff in the Borough there. Hey, Jeff, how are you, buddy?
Appreciate you calling. Appreciate you listening. All right. Get what's our college football thing?
So they've added college football 26 has added mascots, new mascots.
Oh,
It's a big deal. And the one they've added is the Pop-Tart Bowl mascot.
oh, nice.
So they've added,
Oh, so you're talking about the video game?
yes,
Yeah. Okay.
still a big
cool.
deal. Utah, Iowa. You know what Arkansas's mascot's name is? I had no idea. Big Red.
Skillet?
Is it Big Red? Oh God, if it was Skillet.
The Duke Blue Devil, Kansas State's mascot. Dr. Gray, Mississippi State. Their
Bully.
mascots are the thing.
Bully, how about that?
Bully the Bulldog. Proud to represent Starkville in all its glory. Right, Dr. Crane?
Yes.
Sure.
I think his real name is Jack, by the way.
You know, you love SMU. Their Mustang mascot makes the cut for 26. You know what his name is?
I don't.
Peruna.
That's a pretty name.
NC
Kind of a cute
State,
name, actually.
Vanderbilt. I guess are Vanderbilt and Tennessee's mascots already in the game, or are they adding mascots for the first time?
No, they're Smokey and Mr. C were already in, I believe.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, they were.
Aren't all these mascots in the game at one point? I guess they're just refining them.
I mean, I feel like they're like I think coaches are in this year, or some coaches are in this year, which is cool.
So I did not
They have
know
Ryan Day that looks like Ryan Porth. So.
he does, right? I did not know that Kentucky's mascot was called Scratch. Is this correct?
I would say that I probably don't know the actual name to a majority of college football.
Yeah, me
mascots.
neither. Scratch the Wildcat.
Like if I asked you, could you give me the name of the Vanderbilt Commodores mascots? Most people would call him the Commodore. I believe it is Mr. C.
I have no idea, but I'm
Yeah.
learning this.
Yeah.
Missouri is Truman the Tiger. Air Force has the Bird.
I know Auburn's is Aubie.
Anybody else in there that's kind
Aga
of new?
for Georgia.
Texas Tech, the Mass Raider.
Bevo for Texas.
Texas, right. That's a good one. Others that, but the Pop-Tart mascot has entered the chat, which I love.
Okay.
But I didn't know Arkansas's mascot was Big Red. I'm sure West Kentucky fans will take umbrage with that.
Yeah.
And not be happy with all that.
I mean, the Western Kentucky Big Red is like
It's the best mascot.
so awesome. Like I will never forget that This is Sports Center commercial with Brad Keselowski, and he's like trying to get in the race car.
My favorite ESPN commercial was the one where they rolled the wrong tape, and then Dan Patrick went down to the guts of ESPN, like, what's going on here? And Big Red is back there trying to organize tapes, and they're throwing tapes at him, and he can't catch them, and he's just sitting there. I mean, it's a mascot that you see Big Red, Western Kentucky. So I guess Big Red, the real Big Red's in the game, college football game. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't played it, so I would assume it's in there. But
Oh, I can't wait for the new one. The early release is July 7th. So
for 26,
Mhm.
are they a year ahead? Okay.
Yeah.
Be a big deal. All right.
I will tell you this, at SEC Media Days, you will see it.
Okay.
Because
Good.
somebody will have it set up on Digital Drive. I think it's what they're calling Radio Row now.
I love it. Video games are huge, but in playing football like that, excellent to that. So good for all the mascots to make it. But the Pop-Tart Bowl, man, I'm telling you, when they lowered him into that giant oven 2 years ago, I was all chill. Like, yeah, it's like skillet.
It
yeah,
worked.
Yeah. That was good. Good times.
Nevada Josh says the Nevada Wolfpack is Wolfie. 0042 Albert is Florida. Arkansas mascot is Tusk.
Is it? Then where'd they get big? This is off the CFB thing. They gave me the name.
Okay,
name.
well now
that was the name that's on the list.
what's
there.
LSU's Tiger?
Mike the
Mike?
Tiger.
Yeah.
Oh, the Tiger.
The Demon Deacon.
What's his name?
Demon Deacon.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
He's scary looking too. By the way, the Duke Blue Devil old mascot looks like our sales guy Lance Mackey. He's got that weird devilish face that just looks at you. That's the one.
Okay, let's see. Albert and Alberta Gator, male and female alligators for the Florida Gators. Now we are down a rabbit hole.
Good. I like it.
Do you know the TSU mascot? What he's called?
No, I should know this.
Aristocat.
Aristocat. All right, I dig that. I like it.
Let's see. Man, we're just down I mentioned Aubie already. Kansas. Do you know theirs?
Jay the Jayhawk.
Yeah, Baby J and Big J.
Is it really? I just guessed that. I had no clue.
That's what they are. Boston College, the Eagle.
It's Timmy Hasselbeck.
Baldwin.
Bald.
Yep.
Win.
Yep. Baldwin.
Tim Hasselbeck is always going for the win, and he is bald. Baldwin.
That is true. The Bearcat for Cincinnati Bearcats. That's real original there. The Oregon State, the Beaver.
I will politely pass on this one.
Benny.
Benny the Beaver. Is he any kin to Bucky the Beaver?
He might be. Oh, Alabama's.
Big Al.
Big Al.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got something for you when we come back.
Okay, good. It's probably better than this.
Do you know what SEC schools have the most enrollment? Who's number 1 to 16?
Ooh, okay.
All right, I got
I'll
it for
think on
you.
this. We'll
All
do that next. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5, 106.3 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5, 106.3 The Game on this Monday, and a little Van Hagar bringing us back. Always enjoyed this song.
All right, you ready? We're the top enrollments going into, this is the fall of 2024. 16, the enrollments fall, 16 SEC schools. Number 16 should be pretty easy, Jason McCabe.
That would be the Vanderbilt.
7,100 students. Coming in number 15 on the list. Oh, I did not know this. Who's number 15?
I'm trying to think. Hang on.
3.
Texas A&M. Just kidding. I don't know.
Mississippi State, 18,000 undergraduates.
Okay.
15.
All right.
Number 14 is the Ole Miss Rebels.
Okay.
19,000 undergraduates. So Vanderbilt is way behind. 13, which kind of shocked to me, Oklahoma Sooners, 22,000 undergraduates on campus.
Okay.
We're going up here a little bit. 13, Missouri. Sorry, Missouri has 24,000. Takes a little while for the computer to go. Kentucky comes in next at 24,000. They come in at number 11. Let's get up to the one.
All right, top 10. Let me. So you just said did you just say LSU?
I did not. Missouri was the one.
All right, I'll say LSU.
Auburn, 27,000.
Number
Number 9. We just talked about their mascot.
Arkansas.
27,700. Number 8. These are undergraduates according to usatoday.com. Number 8. It's the only school that does not play on campus.
South Carolina.
They are 28,470. Number 7.
This might be LSU.
It is not.
Okay.
Go to the east a little bit. The Tennessee Volunteers.
Oh, really? Okay.
28,900. Number 6. Number 7. Number 6 coming in there is the Georgia Bulldogs. 31,000 undergraduate enrollment according to usatoday.com. Number 5. Go ahead and say it, Chase. LSU. 32,500. Top 4 we got going on now. Number 4 is
Alabama.
the Florida Gators.
Florida.
35,000 undergraduates. Number 3, Chase McCabe.
I'll just keep saying Alabama.
Alabama's number 3, my man. 33,435 in the fall of 24. The top 2 SEC schools with the most enrollment are, and number 2 is?
I'll say A&M and then Texas number 1.
Flip-flop it around, brother.
Okay.
Longhorns have 42,000 undergraduates, and at number 1, the Texas A&M Aggies, an undergraduate enrollment of 60,000.
Good Lord.
At the high end, Texas A&M 60,000. The low end, Vanderbilt at 7,000. Let's hope Vanderbilt kicks all their asses this year.
Gosh, I hope so. That would be awesome.
Gets it done there. That's the one. So that's just the man from 1 to 16, big time. Oh, this is only undergraduate. I know when you add like a lot of masters and doctor students that are in there, that adds up something else. But these are just undergraduate students in there.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go.
I'm shocked. Mississippi State at 15. I'm surprised by that. I don't know why, but I guess I am. Only 18,900.
I think it's just crazy too to think about that. Like, and there's probably not that. I mean, how many private universities are there
overall?
Yeah, there's not many.
Vandy, Duke,
Northwestern.
Is Stanford private?
I think so.
Maybe.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. Wake Forest?
I don't think so. So that's the biggest Baptist university. Well, Baylor and Wake Forest are the 2 biggest Baptists.
I mean, I know there's more, but those are the ones that kind of come to mind.
Yeah. Vandy, Duke, Northwestern always, because remember, they're always like, Northwestern can do it. Why can't Vandy do it?
There are 6 of them.
In Division I?
Mm-hmm. Notre Dame? Power 5.
Oh, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame's not on the list.
Okay.
You guys said Duke. Oh, I thought y'all were guessing, so I'll tell you. Okay. Yeah. Boston College, Duke, Miami, Florida, Northwestern, Stanford, and Vanderbilt.
Wait, Miami, Florida?
Yeah, that's what it says here.
You sure it's not Miami, Ohio?
No, it says FL next to it, Florida.
FL will be Florida. Interesting. See, look, you've learned anatomy, geography, undergraduate enrollment, Skillet's last words, and Chase's coffee talk this morning at the networking event he had.
Where else can you get that?
You can't.
You can't.
And it's for free. So folks know that. It's for free. Thank you.
There you go. How about that? Faux show. Indeed. We'll come back with what day is it and celebrity birthdays. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5, 106.3 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5, 106.3 The Game here on this Monday. Hope you're having an awesome start to your day. Appreciate your participation. Before we get out of here, we'll give away a pair of tickets or a 4-pack of tickets to the FIFA Club World Cup But first, it's time for What Day Is It and Celebrity Birthdays. It's brought to you by Jarrett Companies, Inc. Their commercial plumbing and HVAC divisions cover all refrigeration, service, and maintenance needs. JarrettCompaniesInc.com, above and beyond industry standards.
All right, gentlemen. First, we have International Widows Day. So, unfortunate, but there.
The spider?
No. Widows is in marriage widows. Yeah.
Okay.
Let It Go Day is today. National Detroit Style Pizza Day. Love a good corner piece. Good. National Hydration Day is today.
That's important.
Yep. National Pecan Sandies Day. So, it's just pecans. I don't know what Sandies are. I don't know.
Maybe Sandy makes pecans?
Maybe.
Do you know any Sandys?
No. Actually, I know a Sandra. Does that count?
That does count.
Okay. Yeah, Sandra.
Okay.
National Pink Day is today. Pink Flamingo Day. And the last couple are Runner's Selfie Day. That's dangerous. And Typewriter Day, United Nations Public Service Day, and SAT Math Day.
Oh, nice. Typewriter. Do you own a typewriter? I bet you could fix a typewriter, couldn't you?
Probably.
I know you can.
I do like typewriters. They're pretty cool. You can add the ink to it and all that. Yeah.
Only you. But
you're pretty cool.
Yep. Thanks. You guys are pretty cool.
Thank you for that. All right, time for celebrity birthdays. You got to get these within 2 years on either side. Our first birthday, he had a big role in the movie. He had an item, was a big role in the movie Step Brothers. Former American Idol judge Randy Jackson. Remember he signed his sword?
Yeah. Randy Jackson, I'm going to say is 67.
65.
69.
Nice.
Chase on the board, 1-0 there. On down. The great actress Frances McDormand. How old is she today? She was in Fargo and the 3 Billboards in Missouri. Where the movie that?
61.
65.
68. Quit defaulting there, Dr. Crane.
Sorry.
Actress Selma Blair. She's been in a bunch of movies. That one movie and then that other movie.
Thank you for that. 58.
59.
53. Singer, your favorite singer, Dr. Crane, Jason Mraz.
Oh, he does. He cries.
Woo.
Jason Mraz, I will say, is 42.
Well, my iPod Nano for that one. Let's go 39.
48. On down some more here. Are we doing good?
Nothing.
He played Gary Ewing on Knots Landing. Actor Ted Shackelford.
Not to be confused with Rusty Shackelford.
Who's that?
That is Dale Gribble's alias on King of the Hill.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to say he's 77.
72.
79. Chasers up 2-0. The great actor Brian Brown was in Thornbirds. He's also in the movie FX. If you never saw that movie, you need to. He's got the famous line, Crazy Glue, 1,001 uses, no, 1,002.
Great. 74.
67.
78. Singer Chico DeBarge.
81.
88.
55. Love this. Oh, singer Duffy. How old is Duffy today? She had that one good song back in their mid-2000s.
48.
52.
41. So chase up 2-0. Let's go to sports birthdays now. Colin Montgomery. Mr. Montgomery. How old's Colin Montgomery?
What'd he do?
Golfer?
Oh. 42.
48.
62.
Nice.
Former Green Bay Packers Super Bowl champion Robert Brooks. I think he's a Gamecock as well. Robert Brooks.
62.
59.
55. We might have a shutout. We're down to the last two here. Former New England Patriot offensive lineman, 3-time Super Bowl champion, one of the best offensive linemen, Matt Light. Matt Light. Probably not. Played with Mike Vrabel.
Yep. I'm going to say 52.
56.
47. Our last birthday. Well-deserving birthday. Real quick, though, today's also Wilma Rudolph's birthday.
Oh, nice.
She passed away in 1994. We could do a whole thing about Mount Rushmore of Tennessee.
Oh, yeah.
There's 4 women on there. There's not a man on there.
Yeah.
4 women. All right, our last birthday now. Chase up 2-0. Dr. Crane, you could tie. We had a tie on Friday. Our last birthday, Hall of Fame running back, LaDainian Tomlinson. How old is the
LT.
former TCU Horned Frog?
48.
46.
At the buzzer, Dr. Crane ties it at 46. But wait, we got a little time left. 46. Good job there. One more. We're tied at 2. You always do this, Dr. Crane. How about this? The drummer of Sonic Youth, Steve Shelley, the original drummer, I'm told here. How old is the drummer of Sonic Youth?
55.
56.
63. And that's all you'll get.
Okay.
Tied
That's
at
fine.
2. That's two days in a row with ties.
That's pretty good.
Why don't you tie me up with your tie, Ty? What movie? Anybody know?
That's what she said.
I don't, what?
From Caddyshack with Chevy Chase.
Oh, yeah. That's a good
That's
one.
what that is.
How about this? Caller number 4 at 615-737-1025 will win a 4-pack of tickets to the FIFA Club World Cup match at Geodis Park tomorrow.
Oh, is it? Dr.
Yeah.
Crane, you going to that?
I am.
Nice. Will you give a full report on Wednesday?
Sure.
Who's playing again?
Al Hilal, which is a Saudi Arabian club, and they play Auckland City, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I have to double check on that.
There you go. So a 4-pack of tickets to see FIFA Club World Cup at Geodis Park, 615-737-1025.
Did you see the soccer takeover on Broadway this weekend? Bunch of soccer
I
fans
did. I
took
saw
over?
something about that. Yeah.
Pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah.
they're all just having a good time down on Broadway with
Yeah.
that. We leave our show every day to our guys out there. Look, if you are struggling, this is our message. We love you guys. On your cell phone, you can call or text 988. We always tell the message that if you're going through something rough or difficult, please reach out and talk to somebody. Please reach out and talk to someone, anyone. I'm telling you, you'll feel much better once you do that. We care about you. We love you. We want to hear from you if you're going through something. And look, we know sometimes the journey is rough and it's a bad road, but I'm telling you, that road becomes a smooth road when you reach out to somebody and know that we're here for you. Know that we love you. And more importantly, more than anything else in this world, God loves you. Know that.
Amen to that. Peace, love, rock and roll. Don't go anywhere. DVD coming up next here on 102.5, 106.3 The Game.